There you go.
Thanks, Matt.
You bet.
Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday again. Yay, May 13th. You're here at the weekly community call for chaos. And as I have been uploading these, recorded meetings, I say the exact same thing every single time, but it's true. I am happy to see you all here. So thanks for showing up. I sound like an AI bot, but I'm really not, I promise. Okay, let me reopen my chat window here. There we go, just in case. And also, you all know this, but it is part of the code of conduct for chaos. So keep that in mind as you are interacting with us here today. And of course, if somebody comes in, y'all know the drill. You can just drop the minutes in for them if they need it. We're going to add a few more lines here. Hotel, and glamping. I think I'm going to say that it depends.
So
Nice day.
I do have just a story. It was a friend who was not from the US, and when he learned that people actually optionally sleep in tents, he couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's kind of nice sometimes. The weather's nice.
They
Yeah,
choose to do such a thing.
that's right. Okay. Yeah, we are kind of weird here sometimes, some things. I don't know. I learned also, quick side quest, if you are not, I don't know if they have these all over the US, but in the Midwest here, they have KOAs, which are Campgrounds of America, but it's a K for campground. And so they provide these like super basic like cabins that have no amenities at all. They're like one room, bunk beds, usually a mattress, no sheets. Like the mattress is like that big, nothing else, just a door, but it's like in between an actual house and a tent, I guess. If you want, it's like a tent with logs and a locking door. So very bare bones. But I've learned, and they used to be super cheap, like I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 bucks a night, like super cheap. I've learned now that they are like more like 125 dollars a night. So be warned, everything is more expensive now. What the heck? What the heck? $125 for like this bare bones KOA. Ay, ay, ay. I'm old. I don't know. Back in my day, things were cheap. Okay. We can go on. Hey, friends. Hey, Mary Blessing. Still has bugs, right? There's still bugs in there. Yeah, totally. So bogus. I wanted to make sure everybody knew that the education working group meetings start tomorrow. So, yay, excited about that. It's finally coming to fruition.
Are we okay on the update, like on the number of guests or whatever it is on Moodle, like the number of people who can subscribe?
We
We
are
were like
now.
at a limit. Okay.
Yeah, we maxed out. Sean upgraded for us to the next level, which I think is 250
Okay.
instances. So that should hold us for a minute. I think I might have to go back and look to verify that. But yeah, we have a little bit more now, a little bit more breathing room, but
Okay.
still continues to grow. And I know
Yeah.
people are still making videos, I believe, right, Peculiar?
Yeah, people are still taking video. We have 200 and we're about 60 now. So people are still.
Hey, Peculiar, do you have like are you starting to get stats on like how many people are watching certain ones, like the way we do on the Chaos Cast podcasts? Can you
Yes, I
do that? Yeah.
yes, yes, I have a way to get that data.
Okay. It'd be really maybe in like I don't know, sometime when you join one of these meetings, it would be really cool to see some of those numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's a great way to know, what people are mostly interested in, what they get stuck on, what they are wanting to learn about.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's great.
When I
So
love the
a quick
podcast,
one.
I love reporting those numbers. So sorry, Peculiar. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, a quick one. I was thinking of a way to get feedback from those that have signed up. So I want to ask, is it possible? Am I permitted like create a Google Doc and send email to them? I don't know. I had that thought for some time now. So
It's a good question. Probably not. I'm thinking like from a data privacy perspective. I don't know how all that exactly works in the world anymore, but I have a general idea that you can't do that unless somebody says it's okay at a time.
okay.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah,
you
um,
go ahead?
okay. I I was just going to say that I wouldn't do that, but maybe what we could do is the last time I tried to manage the content on Mojo for the All in Africa program, I think there was a way you could probably link a form right after a particular module, right, or particular course. Maybe at the end of each course, it could probably be a way to link a form, right? Or maybe see if such feature is already built in Mojo to maybe collect feedback, like they answer some questions so that you can just get a feel of how they feel about that particular course right there. So yeah, that's an option I think you could explore.
I was doing a quick search and it looks like you might be able to include a post-class survey
Yeah,
in Moodle.
Okay. I thank you for that. Thank you for that. A blessing. I will look into it.
sure, no problem.
And peculiar, I think the questions could be just really simple, like, did you like this class? Was it helpful? Will you do other classes?
Yes.
Things like that.
Yes. Just simple, something simple like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Anybody else have questions or comments for Peculiar or the education working group? Okie doke. Let's go ahead and move on. So I opened this issue. Chaos Weekly. It was Chaos Weekly. It hasn't been Chaos Weekly for a little for a minute. It is really time consuming, and according to the stats, I think maybe 20 people read these. Like nobody reads these. Nobody reads them. So I'm thinking that first, Mary Blessing and I kind of decided to just make it monthly. I think that that's reasonable, and we have kind of talked on and off about that as well in the past. So that we kind of decided to do. But I also was thinking perhaps we could maybe move this just straight to GitHub and leave WordPress out of it. This is kind of why I was proposing this. Right now, I think I'm like one of maybe 2 or 3 people that can even do it. And it's super time consuming. We could, and another option would be to put the content in GitHub and pull it from there and put it on the website like we do on the other pages. Would be a little bit easier, I think, than how we have it currently. It'd be like in the middle. Like my preference is to just do it on GitHub and just have it posted on GitHub. But the second option would be to put the content on GitHub and pull it and post it on WordPress. The thing that has been brought up a couple of times, a couple things. So it obviously would not be as pretty as it is on the website. But and also people, I don't know how they would subscribe to it. We don't really have that option now anyway, but that is a thing that people kind of like to do with newsletters. So I don't know how we would solve that. This is just a quick template that I wrote up to show you. Let me see if I can just verify. Oops. No, I'm covered up here. So it would just look like this, just very plain, but also effective. So that's that. And like right now it looks like this. Not the calendar, but let's find one of these weekly newsletters. Well, geez.
You're faster than the internet.
Oh, that's not it. There's a weekly newsletter. So it would look like that on the website. So it's, you know, a little bit more colorful, but
Looks about the same to me.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. We talked about it in the community managers meeting, but there were only a few of us there, so I wanted to bring it here. I also obviously am circulating in the community manager Slack, but what do you all think about that? Again, here's the reasons why it's even a thing, if you're curious.
So Chris had pointed out that maybe GitHub has an RSS feed that people, in terms of the subscription issue.
Yeah.
Um,
Would it be under, where would it be under? Settings, maybe?
mm,
Has anybody done anything with that?
that's the extent of my knowledge is
Okay.
reading
It's
somebody
already
else's comment.
it's already there. So I think all you have to do is figure out which of the things, because I think there's like an RSS feed for issues, for PRs, for
Oh,
the various tabs under there at the top of the screen. So it's, you should see an RSS feed in the header of the page. That's the other thing, like browsers don't typically alert people to the presence of them anymore either. So yeah.
Let me just look at like okay, here's a sample doc we have. So you're saying it would be up here somewhere?
No, I'm
maybe?
saying it's in the actual HTML, like it's in the header of the
Oh,
page from GitHub coming to you. So
okay.
there's a link in there somewhere for an RSS feed, and I apologize, I'm on my phone, or else I
Oh,
would just go grab it for you.
gosh, Chris, why can't you just solve all my problems today? I'm so disappointed. That sounds great. Because that's actually the thing that was really kind of bothering me is
Mhm.
about the RSS feed. So look into RSS feed.
And once I'm back at a computer, I can shoot you a DM or message or something.
That would be great. Yeah, if you already kind of know where it is, that'd be great. But I don't mind to also do my own research, not
Sure.
like
Yeah.
push my problems on everyone else. Yeah, that would be great though. That's super interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. So
Yeah, it's a forgotten feature, I feel like.
yeah. And you know, y'all don't have to decide what you think about this right now, but it's just something that we would like to do. Yeah. I just think it would be easier, and then anybody could contribute. It'd be more transparent. It's a little bit just easier all the way around. So yeah, there you go. Any other comments about that?
Overall, I'm just +1 on anything that makes it easier to get those out and creates less work for you.
Me too. Less work is good. All right, well, if I don't hear any major pushback on it, I think we'll probably go with this. Just say, because I don't think anybody has said in any of the conversations has said absolutely not. That's a terrible idea. Why would you even consider it? So, I mean, that's good, right? That's good. That's good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move on. And if anybody does have comments later, you can drop them either to me or in the community manager Slack channel, wherever. In the issue would be great too. Wherever you have some feedback is perfect. I wanted to make sure, because I don't think that we have passed this around. The to-do group has opened their State of OSPO's and Open Source Management Survey. So they would really like your opinions if this is something that you would like to give your opinions on. If you have experience in this, should be 5 to 10 minutes, so not a huge ask. And it's in English, Japanese, and Chinese as well. So, Dawn, is it okay if I put that on the agenda for the OSPO working group meeting? Just, I don't really have any other information besides that it's open and we've kind of agreed to help them distribute it to our folks.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great. Thank you. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so we'll do that. I think we're considered a distribution partner. So there you go. We're official. So yeah, if you know people who are working in OSPOs and would maybe be interested in, if you're in other communities and you want to share there, totally fine. I think they're super open to any distribution help that we can give them. Yeah, Callie, go ahead.
Was there anybody on the CHAOSS side involved in the development of the survey?
Excellent question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't think the OSPO working group has been involved in it at all. Not to my knowledge anyway. Dawn might have more insight in that, but she's shaking her head no.
I don't. I haven't been involved in it at all. The person who might know would be Alice Sowerby, because she has participated in a lot of the to-do group stuff. So she might have provided feedback on it.
Yes, I don't really know how. I guess we'll see. There's a lot of, I'll say within our OSPO, there is a lot of skepticism towards this survey and how it was written. So that, yeah, I don't really know where to go or what to do with that, but it is something that has been a very hot topic and just, yes.
I mean, they have a repo here. You probably could, I don't know if you want to make publicly voice concerns, but I mean, I'm guessing you could just open an issue. And looks like they don't have anything recent, but that, or maybe on Slack, on the to-do Slack, you know, maybe have a conversation with them there. I have not heard that from other places where I've shared this, so that's really good feedback, good to know.
Yes, the criticism being that it seems like the questions are very pointed to get a very specific response instead of it being to gather information. That's the biggest criticism.
Got you.
Which is a very difficult thing to talk to a creator of a survey about.
Yeah, but it's important though, because if people are perceiving that as biased, then they might not be as willing to fill it out or maybe clouding their answers somewhat. So
yeah,
I think it's valid. I mean, if their idea is to actually get a full state of open source management and OSPOs, then they should be, you would think that they would want to be open to that to make it better for next year. So I have not taken this yet. I probably won't, but if anybody has taken it over the years, I'm just wondering if they're just recycling the same questions or if they're actually changing questions from year to year.
This is something that they do every year, and they try to keep the questions as consistent as possible, so that they can compare year over year. So the questions tend to be the same. They do make some updates for, you know, things that are new, or, you know, stuff that they want to ask about that they haven't asked about before. But it does tend to be the same questions. And it's, I mean, well, I'm gonna stop there.
Fair enough. Okay.
Sorry. I was gonna say something else and I decided not to. I know that's unusual, but
that's valid. That is fine. Okay, so what I can say then is that we are sharing the link. We are not endorsing or partnering in any way, just that we are helping them distribute this survey link. So there we go. That's CHAOSS's role. And if there are, like you said, there might be overlap with people who are working on it that are also part of CHAOSS, but officially, no link there. Anybody else have questions or comments? Okie doke. Next one on the agenda, website updates. Not sure who put this on there. Okay. I'm guessing it might be Matt, and I'm guessing that he might have stepped away for a minute. So we will go through the reminders, and if he comes back, then we'll talk about it. Just a reminder, we do have CHAOSScon North America coming up in June. Registration to OSSNA is required, but if you are planning to attend, then you want to stick around for CHAOSScon, we would love that. The CFP, I believe, is over now, but you are welcome to attend, and you're also welcome to help with the CHAOSS booth if you would like to do that. Super fun time. Yeah. I also may be able to get, I need to double check this. I'm going to double check it before I say anything. We'll just leave it at that. I will have something for you maybe next week on this registration to Open Source Summit North America. But for now, it is what it is. So that's a reminder. Anybody have questions or comments on that? I have a question for the CHAOSScon committee folks, whoever is here. If you want, do we need to meet today? I feel like maybe we should, but it looks like we're missing some key folks. So maybe we cannot do that today.
Yeah, if not, we should definitely next week. I won't be here next week. So I will be able to provide I can provide everyone the options that I have found for like an unofficial like post meetup. I have like some locations. We might want to talk about talk submissions, and there's definitely wasn't that many of them. It's an interesting thing that the registration for CHAOSScon seems very high, but the talk submission seems pretty low. And seeing if we want to do another round of submissions. I know of at least one person who was supposed to get a talk submission in that I see was not there. Or if we want to be reaching out to people about specific talk topics. If we don't do it this week, next week is Red Hat Summit, so I will be out. But you can always talk to me over Slack.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like that group is pretty good about you know, async communications in the channel. So okay with that, if others are okay as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. At least until next week you said you won't be there. So we can just do it async for now. That's totally fine. Look at us just zooming through the agenda like it's nobody's business. Who else has things to add? We have a couple spaces here. We have time. What are we missing? What do we need to talk about? Okay, well, looks like y'all are getting some time back today. So thanks for showing up. Love you all. Have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you here same time next week, same place. See y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.